This is Comic Burrito, a podcast, a live stream, also a proper intro. I'm Todd.
I'm Cole. And hey, look who might have just showed up.
Oh, and
I'm on time.
And you're Nick.
And I'm Nick.
I don't think that you're on time when the live stream already started.
But I'm on time.
You couldn't have been less late.
This is backwards.
If you would have said, and I'm Nick, you would have been on time.
You know, I even thought of when I was upstairs, I was like, I'm going to jump on, and that's the first thing I should say. And then I fudged it up, guys.
It's okay. You were real close.
What the butt?
What the butt?
What?
In the bud. So, hey,
Hi.
guys.
I didn't have time to adjust any of this.
On the fly. So, Wes asked who was going to have the first technical issues. I responded that it's probably Nick just because he's drunk.
Mine was not technical in any way.
It's technically you, though.
Sure.
Drunk, technical, it's all the same.
I don't know. I'm not drunk. I'm just really buzzed.
Yeah.
He's virgin drunk.
We didn't get to do our anniversary thing that we usually do because of all the COVID shit. So my wife decided randomly today that like, hey, we should just go to the nice Italian restaurant and spend a bunch of money, and we did that, and it was awesome.
Neat.
Yeah, I love that place.
Hey, Sam. Hey, Flash Ray. Andrew. Right? Andrew?
Yes.
Cool.
Grabs.
Grabs, welcome. So it is a Saturday.
It is a Saturday.
Is it Saturday?
It is.
Nice.
Could have fooled me.
So I'm just going to start off and talk about a comic that I read, and it's technically two comics.
Wait, we're going to talk about comics?
I don't really want to talk about that. I didn't read those yet because I've just been
nice.
All I'm going to say is that I don't know if this is a book you should read if you don't read Power Rangers.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I would suspect that.
Worst case scenario, the art is done by Dan Mora, so like it's beautiful. If you don't understand what's going on, it's a good looking comic book.
Oh, that's good.
But I mean, I don't know. I didn't understand a lot of it because I didn't know what was going on. I don't know much about like Draken. I've kind of heard about what Draken is, but even like the story itself to me seemed confusing, sort of knowing stuff. But I also don't read Power Rangers.
Yeah, that is fair.
I really want to read Power Rangers, and I think I've figured out like where to jump in and stuff, and now I'm just trying to decide if it's worth it.
Yeah.
There's a lot, and I think I would really like it, but I feel like I missed the boat.
There's a lot to go through.
But I think they're saying that this like run ends at 55 and it's at like issue 52.
Yeah, but I don't know if is it starting over with like a number one? Is it like a reboot, or is it a continuation, jumping on point? Like what's going on?
Yeah, but either way,
I've asked lots of people, and nobody really seems to know what the hell's going on with that.
That's fair.
But it's Ryan Parrott, so I really want to buy it.
I mean, if Dan Mora keeps doing the art, it's probably worth it alone in that.
I recommend it if you're willing to get into it.
And they have a lot of like
shiny
covers.
But you also don't read TMNT, correct?
No, I should.
So like, I feel like I would recommend TMNT over Power Rangers if you don't read either.
Okay.
So Poser showed up and he dropped the Cliff Notes.
Oh, hello.
Apparently he's bad. This is maybe a multiverse. Some Rangers don't have coins. The end. That definitely is told in this story. I didn't know the multiverse thing. I just assumed that this was what's happening in the world of current.
I don't know. It was $8.
It was.
So I hope I like it. Or I hope it'll be worth it. Or I hope it's worth like 20 soon.
Well,
right. One of the two, please. Let it be one of the two.
Yeah, either is fine.
So I wasn't here Wednesday. because life is a bitch sometimes. But I
don't have any of my comics with me, but
Todd
will fix this in post. I got it.
Yes, Nick, I will fix this
Right
in
there.
post. I got to read this thing.
Me too. This one. Mine's larger.
Mine's larger.
It probably is.
So it's by Jesse Longren. It's a book maybe some of you guys have talked about and checked out. I'm pretty ahead of the curve.
It's pretty fucking good, right?
Wow, it is really good. It's really good.
It's really good.
I really love it. I hope that it's something we'll see more of. Like I'm glad that it's getting a lot of hype and doing well because I want this to be something that could be normal, not necessarily overused and in the same exact way, but I want this idea that comics can break the form and get popular and be worth it to be a thing. It's why I like so much of like my convention pickups, because at the end he's like, thanks for all the people who picked up like the newsprint and the conventions and all that. And I'm like, I have so many books from my convention days of like things that were great but never got picked up. And I just love that this it's so good. It's so good.
I looked up his Twitter and he actually had this book you could have bought from his Etsy store.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was just like, man, do I want to find that copy of
right?
Right. I looked at a few on eBay and I was really close to buying the newsprint copy just to have it. 9 to 16.
When have I fucking my god, it's so out of context all the fucking time. I don't like it being associated. Like Tom King does 9 panels. So in all of his books, it's a bunch of fucking 9 panels. I don't like it being forced in. That's all. I don't like the feeling of like, we're doing 9 panels because that's like what I do. That's my shtick. My shtick is 9 panels.
What is it, like 35 panels?
That's awesome. I don't have to pick one because I have said that I don't have an issue with 9 panel, and I've praised it in Heroes in Crisis multiple times. Multiple times I've said it's genius use of a 9 panel in Heroes in Crisis. I just don't like it being forced in all over the place. That's all. My God.
Slightly related, kind of unrelated. We had Sunspot Comics on last time. He talked about a Batgirl issue that was similar to this, and it was Batgirl Endgame number 1. Which is a one shot.
Was it 0? Was it 0?
I think it's 1.
Is it 1?
Okay. I have that in my comics somewhere.
Yeah. I ordered a copy off eBay.
I can't imagine it's expensive.
I saw 3 or 4 preview pages, and there was like text like that said like Gotham kind of a thing. But it looked like of the few panels that I previewed that like, there's no dialogue, but there might be a little bit of narration. This is all fake news. Yeah, I'm cashing my George Soros check right now. It just cleared.
I don't know what more I could say on this subject that I haven't already multiple times.
But book very good, much art, very fun.
It's great.
Story.
I liked it because all the time I'm telling people, especially who are not into comics, that the artwork and panel design and how the book is presented is almost more of the story than the actual words that you read. And so Hedra is just the perfect, like this. I mean, for example, you can go through and you finish and you're like, wait, and you go back. And I think I've read it 5 or 6 times now, just from paging through. And every time I kind of pick up on a little thing I didn't notice before. And it's very cool. I'm very into Hedra right now, for sure.
Yeah, he must be on when I'm not on, saying very like sweeping things. I do not like to say sweeping things, so it must be Dark Multiverse Todd who's doing it.
Which is one of my favorite Todds.
I mean, that's fair. he's kind of a dick, but I mean, he has strong opinions.
But he gives great hugs.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's important because I give crappy hugs. So I really enjoy. Yeah, I love that how it's laid out is really important, but I just love how much is being told between like the farmer in one panel and then the next underneath is like the skeleton. It tells a whole story right there. In 2 panels and just progression and all of that, you can be like, oh, that's not going well, and people are dying because of it. Like, it's very cool. And it just says so much, which, not a spoiler, it's like 3 pages in, and also I'm talking about a picture.
Yeah.
Also, have you read a comic similar to this? Like where it's mostly just art. Like I'm just
mostly just art.
Because you weren't here.
The story. I'm like, the story's not like the ending is very unique.
Yeah,
because
the story isn't very different, but like the way that it's told is. And I'm just saying, if you read like we had said, that Batgirl issue was similar. To this.
That's similar to that. I'm sure there's been a couple issues and just runs of like. What's funny is it kind of reminds me of like it's just when people turn it on the heads, like the Hawkeye with the dog. It's the dog perspective. How comics will do this every once in a while, like especially in really great runs. You'll get like one comic that's just like, here's a very different way to present a story.
Yeah, it like kind of brags and shows off the medium in a way that, frankly, other mediums can't do. It's like we can also do it this way, and yeah, I wish it was more prevalent. I would be afraid of it getting overdone or done poorly. Not just mostly. Yeah.
That is technically right, because even the title page that says Hedra is still technically art. So
one interesting,
that's the only words in it
that I came up was with is it technically reading? Are you reading Hedra? I don't know, like definition wise, if that is like going from page to page and looking at the pictures and figuring out, is that reading still?
I would say it's not reading, but it is still storytelling.
So you wouldn't say you read Hedra?
I would say I looked at Hedra.
Experienced Hedra?
I watched Hedra.
Watched Hedra?
I actually watched. It was an episode of a comic. Finally, Cole has been saying this for months now, and it finally happened. We have an episode of a comic.
Yeah.
If only there was audio. Yeah. This would have been a really good one to have a soundtrack with.
Oh, that'd be so good. Just some weird, spacey, techno-y stuff. Or
and like maybe Major Tom. Yeah. I feel like Major Tom would be good for it. Some Daft Punk.
We should.
I feel like it'd be good. Burrito. We should make a playlist for it.
We should have our own Spotify list.
It's like 60 minutes long. You just keep reading it until the playlist is over.
It doesn't take this long to get through this, you guys.
It's 1 page a song, so just stare at that page.
You just keep looking at it.
Well, the hard thing is too, like I feel like the different pages require like different amounts of looking at it.
Yeah, it does.
For sure. You got to figure out where that line's going sometimes.
Because there's one, and then there's other times when it's just like, here's like, it's just showing like a ship going around, and it's like, okay, I get the idea. I don't need to like.
I get it. Yeah, we're doing that. Yeah.
But then towards the end, you really kind of have to slow down and be like, okay, so this is happening, and then the ending is very like, I have my own interpretation, and I'm sure that's the whole point. Is
yeah. I think it's like a 2001 Space Odyssey type thing. Like when that movie.
Don't they mention that's a big inspiration in the synopsis?
I've heard it something like that. Yeah, which I never read the synopsis of this book. All I
did afterwards just to see if I was supposed to know more than I did.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I just heard a lot of people talking about it, and then I knew that it was an Image one shot, and I was like, okay. Like that's all I need to know is a lot of people say it's, a lot of people are talking about it. It's a one shot and just grabbed it. And that was when, as soon as I finished it, I was like, man, this is like 2001 Space Odyssey. Like I want to go to a coffee shop right now and like sit around a table and be like, so what was, and who did, and why does, and just talk about it.
Yeah, it was great. I very much enjoyed that. Yeah, I mean, I only heard hype because I read it today. So, like, it was very hyped up. So I'm like, all right, trying to cool expectations and everything. I was like, it's fine. It totally held up to being told it's a lot. So
yep,
that was cool. And then right after Hedra, appropriately, I read Ascender.
Nice.
And that was really good because it's
really
just
good. It was
really
a great.
good.
It was a very. It's like it's going up.
Yeah, I'm so happy. It's ascending.
Yeah,
it's ascending.
Yeah, here we go.
I never get sick of that book, and it's been too long. Because when was our last issue of Ascender?
It's been a while.
Pre-COVID.
It's been and it's just I had to like.
I feel like that was one of the first books that was supposed to like the first week that COVID hit.
Yeah.
And everything was closed and nothing came out. I feel like that was supposed to be an Ascender day.
So that was just so nice to have back. And I'm like, oh yeah, because I was like, what's going on again? And it took a couple seconds to like go back. And I'm like, oh, that's right. And then everything was kind of a reminder and all flooded back. And I was just like, oh, that's so good. It would have been a perfect time to do a reread. And there's just
I don't know if what you're saying. Like, because I think the last volume ended right before COVID, so I'm not sure. There might have been a few months,
maybe,
because I know like issue 10. I think the volumes are 5 issues.
That's interesting because it doesn't feel like it's not a new arc by any means.
It is.
No, I think it's 32 total. I think that's what.
Oh.
Because it's not a new arc. It's still just the story is continuing from the last one. Nothing extraordinarily new happened except for a couple of characters like came back, but that's not like they are just joining up the current story. They didn't start anything new.
Yeah, this doesn't say. The hardcover doesn't say, but I thought it was 32.
Ascender Volume 2 is 6 through 10.
Okay. But it's not like the normal arcs where
I mean, they had a pretty big cliffhanger at the end of Volume 2.
Yeah, I suppose, but it's still like it's not like a big story. It's not like a story line finished and then they're starting something new.
No,
it's all just continuing through.
There's no conclusion to anything really.
Like if I was trade waiting, this would be rough because I'm like that did not. That's just I need more now.
But Descender was kind of the same way too, though, right?
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
Which is why I'm glad I read it all at once.
That's why I did the hardcovers. No, I did the hardcovers because I think like having it in book 1, book 2, having it part 1, part 2 is better than having part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think
agree.
That big break between the two and just consuming and being done with that part of it is a lot better. But
apparently Todd has his own variant cards.
What? Todd? You mean Todd? Wes? 3 Todds? What?
3 Todds.
You're essentially the Joker because of the Dark Multiverse, Todd.
I have a lot of tie-ins too.
Or is that next week?
No, I don't think so.
No, I feel like every week I'm like, is that now? And they're like, no.
Year of the Todd is actually probably my favorite arc.
Year of the Todd, yeah.
I like Heroes and Todd. That's my favorite arc. It gets real weird. There's a lot of 9 panels.
Heroes and Todd is also my favorite arc.
It's just 9 panels of all the heroes talking about how Todd hurt them.
I would hope that's Dark Todd, but okay.
Yeah.
But no, I honestly I keep reading that comment trying to figure out what that means. Thank you for Phil. I was like not connecting those dots. I'm like 3 Todds. I'm like sounds like my wife's worst nightmare.
Or it could be if she gets a good day, Todd, where you're like, I'm going to do all the chores at once. If you got 3 of you doing that, think of that.
Yeah, that's true. And then I'd only do it every 3 days.
That's I feel like I would just team up with one other Nick to make the third Nick do all the stuff that we didn't.
Definitely bully. And that's how you make a dark Nick. That's how I got a dark Todd.
Right. That's how it happens.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So I went Hedra and then Ascender. Cole, you did some Power Rangers. You had a couple Power Rangers. What else?
Yeah, I got this in a Comic Tom box. It is called Wretches, and it is a Scout Comics book. and it's only the one issue. This is like the Peach Momoka variant, which that's a thing that people like on the internet. I don't know what that really means.
We talked about this, yeah.
It's a pretty good issue. I enjoyed it. I'm actually I'm debating. Do I buy all the 5 other issues or get it in trade? It kind of reminds me of like Salvagers a little bit, but it's about like robots are out in the world and there's this like sister brother team and they're called scrappers, where they're trying to like take care of like bad robots. So yeah, I mean, so far it seems pretty good. I like the artwork in it, and I'm starting to, as we get into Scout Comics a little bit more, I've heard a lot of people say a lot of good things about this one. So
nice. Very cool. All right. I have no idea what it is, so that's cool. I mean, we talked about it, but that's literally all I got.
Yeah.
And Nick, what have you read since Wednesday? Anything different?
I haven't read a ton because I was reading so much for a while that I kind of had to pump the brakes a little bit. I've been trying to read Deathstroke Rebirth, and I'm on like issue 3. I think it only went 1 arc from what I can tell. It's
Deathstroke.
Yep.
Deathstroke. And I don't really like it.
Thank God, because I was the same. I was pulling it, and I went.
For the longest time, I think I've said that there's like not a comic book series that I didn't like. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm even gonna finish it. Like I don't like it. I don't even know what it is. It's just, I only switched over to it because I'm in the Flash and I'm trying my best to get as many of the DC Universe points as I can. So I'm trying to read the comics that I can or watch the shorts during the day. And I hit Flash Annual, so it was like an extended issue, and I was like, ugh. And I finally got through it, only for the next issue of Flash to be a 100-page giant.
Nice.
And it was like, damn it. So
Classic.
I was like, I'm going to pick something else. And I spent like 20 minutes going through, and I was like, oh, Deathstroke Rebirth. It's 6 issues. It'll probably go by quick. And the art is fine, and the writing is, everything seems to be fine. It's too over the top, says Sam King. I don't know. There's something rubbing me not the right way, and I think I'm just gonna stop.
I totally agree. I did stop. Like I don't know if you guys have noticed. I have my pull list, and then I don't really change it, especially if it's a continuing thing. I couldn't stick with it. I'm just like, this isn't worth my money each one. Yeah, exactly. But I didn't even finish to that.
I was like, and when I saw that for a minute, I was like, maybe it wasn't good, and that's why it only went 6. Or maybe it's just a short little story. We'll find out. And yeah, I don't.
I thought it had more, but I could be wrong.
I mean, it started in 2016, and there's only 6 issues on DC Universe. So
it's probably done.
Then. They go a year back. So math. It seems like it stopped. But
they
it's
usually go a year back.
It's not the first time that DC Universe wouldn't have had something that you would think they would have. So maybe there is more.
Wasn't Batgirl Endgame not on there?
No.
Yeah, that wasn't on there. Did you just check like Batgirl, like to go?
I looked up Batgirl and looked up Batgirl Endgame and looked up just Endgame.
Huh.
It's weird. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a volume 3 of it on Comixology.
Oh. Well.
And I just like the 3rd thing that showed up. So.
Of Deathstroke.
Of Deathstroke, yeah.
So it went a little.
Oh, there's a volume 5, but this might be older. Oh, this is older.
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh no, this isn't. It has volume 5.
Idea.
I read I bought the Rebirth issue in the first issue, and I couldn't get into it. But I also went pretty hard when Rebirth came in, and I was pretty much pulling like a lot of number 1s just to be like, well, this is a good time to switch some DC heroes if there's like really good stuff going on.
Yeah.
What are you about to show?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I read that too.
So I read this too.
What is that?
It's a little Image comic that I don't really know if we've talked about.
Number one.
It's actually a. It's a. Oh nope. Come on.
No, there it was. You had it for a second.
It's actually a number 2.
And number 2.
Number 2. If this was number 1, I may not have been as excited about it.
Yep. It's still good.
It's still good for sure, but that number 1 was so fucking strong.
Yeah.
That I was a little disappointed in this.
I didn't really.
But I'm by no means like being like I'm done with it. I'm not gonna like invest any more time into it. It's still good. But it's just that number 1 may be one of my top number 1s of the year. That was just so fucking good.
That's a number 1 that I think that like everyone should just buy it, even if you don't want to read the rest of it or anything. Like just that is a great book.
It's a one shot.
It could be a one shot. But the great news is there's more. But yeah, you could buy just that one and not be upset about it at all. It's fantastic.
So it was still very good, and I'm definitely still excited for the story to continue. It's just it almost has a different feel than the first one because it's not the same like main character. It has a different tone to it. It's a slower pace, or I guess it's probably the same pace, but since the story is being lengthened out, it feels slower. Because the first one still definitely went at a slower pace, but it kind of was doing that because it's like a sheriff dawdling through his day. So it's kind of supposed to be slow. It's kind of charming how slow it is. Whereas this one, it felt drawn out because I'm just like, how is this going to end to a thing? And then, apparently it's going to go on for like another few issues, which is cool. But it's definitely a different thing. We were talking about That Texas Blood number 2.
That Texas Blood number 2.
That Texas Blood, which they also said that in the comic.
Yeah.
They said the name.
When we got That Texas Blood, I was literally looking up the like exact wording of it so I could say it because I took a screenshot on my phone. You'll definitely not be able to see that from here.
I can see it from here.
I meant like read it, I guess.
Yeah. Well.
Nick's got super eyes over here.
He's been reading. He's been watching a lot of Hedra. So he doesn't really need. He doesn't need to read anymore.
Yeah, no. That's kind of a little bit of a joke of mine, I guess, is that when there's too much writing, I don't like the book because it's like then I'll just read a book and then I get Hedra and all of a sudden I'm like, this is my favorite book. And it's like, of course it is because there's no words at all. There's no reading at all. I just get to flip through and enjoy the awesome artwork.
Have you listened to the new playlist, Nick, for That Texas Blood?
I started like the first song because once again I read the book and was like, damn it. And I saw the thing at the end and I really wish they'd put it right at the beginning to remind me to play the music.
So this playlist is for issues 2 through 5 or 6.
Oh.
Because he's creating the playlist per arc, not per issue.
I also just figured out if I could materialize.
There it is.
There it is. The perfect comic for Nick. It would be Dustin Wynn just doing a comic on his own.
If Dustin Wynn were to redraw Hedra, not that Hedra's art is bad. It's
great.
Fantastic. But if Wynn were to do a watercolor version of it, I would pay a lot of money for that.
That's it.
I would pay a lot of money for that.
Comic.
It could be the same exact story, just redrawn, and I would, that'd be awesome.
100% of Nick cons are into this.
Yes. 10 out of 10 Nicks agree.
Yes.
Well, I guess I should drink with you guys.
What's your Slam it up. All right, what's your next? I can literally read it from here because it's like maybe the easiest thing to read while it's small and on its side. I have not gotten to read this because it wasn't digital yet, I don't think. And I haven't gotten to get it from Comic Book Store. So
I haven't read it out of pure laziness.
It has a different scent to it.
It does. We did discover that.
It kind of smells like dust and new comic books mixed together. Like, it's not bad. It's interesting. But this book, I also only saw the preview in the back of the book. I didn't read the synopsis because I guess I didn't really have to with like the creative team. And I was like, pick it up anyway. It's a lot different than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, yeah?
That's cool.
I'm interested because I haven't read anything.
I do not want you to get into specifics.
I'm sure that if you read the synopsis, I'm sure that it would explain it to you.
It's about a paper company, right?
Oh, God, you're fucking around. Okay, I'm like, no, Nick, no!
Yeah, I mean, it's just...
I thought it was about an orange juice manufacturer.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's
orange. You see the cover? The cover's orange.
Nobody comment. We'll just read it. Right. You say it was good or you didn't like it, but don't say anything about it. Yeah.
Oh, so apparently Wes is saying
tomorrow or Monday.
Oh, that's cool.
They weren't going to make a second one, but the first one had such a big demand.
It was great. It was great. I just wish I remembered. It's my fault. It's fine. But
is Condon with an E? Not that I care, but I might have wrote it in my notes wrong. Anyway.
Condone? What?
No.
Oh, it auto-corrected to condone. That makes way more sense. I'm like, I thought it was like Condon.
Yeah.
It definitely auto-corrected to
condone. This computer's like, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's fine.
Let me help.
Yeah, I'm smarter than you.
And that's good. I'm glad that he was forced into it.
Yeah. What else?
I say, because I just didn't get to talk on Wednesday, so I have a few big hitters.
Anything else? Yeah, I talked about that a little bit.
I read this. It's still really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not reading it, you should read it. If you are reading it, you're hooked. There's no way if you've already been reading it that you've somehow stopped.
I think that the consensus we both have is it might be the slowest one of all the issues so far.
I don't even care.
Right. But that's the thing.
It was really good. It needed a little bit because I feel like if it was still as crazy and out there as the first two were, I might be cooling on it at this point of like, I don't know.
You know what? But that thing happened to that one guy. And then the thing happened to both of those people at the place.
Right. Yeah. But just I think the overall pacing maybe.
Sure.
I don't know.
But there's a lot of things.
I think we both liked it.
I dig that they're slowing down because it's kind of like an Aliens not Aliens. It's like Alien, where you get like this like high action in the beginning, and then it's like this slow, methodical like pace where like shit's still happening, but it's not crazy. And then like at the end, it's like fuck, because Alien. But that's Colin Bunn, Andy McDonald, Nick Faladri on colors, and Crank on the letters. I love that. Crank with an exclamation point is letters. I read that, and that was excellent. I did it. I'm happy with the pacing.
Yeah.
I read that Texas Blood, and then I read Rogue Planet. It did not feel that slow to me after that Texas Blood.
There you go.
So, perspective, I don't know. If you were just reading Deathstroke and then read it, maybe it would be slow.
I don't know what I want to read now because I need something as my flash buffer.
Hey, I got a good one for you.
Blackest Night, the whole thing.
Starting tomorrow, we're going to read New Frontier. So you can just read an issue of that every day.
Yeah, but I can't. I need something else that I can read like 2 or 3 or 4 issues per day.
Go through the whole Blackest Night arc. You haven't done that.
Yeah, I have.
It'd be great to. No, you've read the trade.
I've read a little bit more than the trade, I think.
There's like 50, 60 some issues.
But there's like 6 in the main, right? I think I've read like 15 or 20 maybe.
Okay.
I think, but
Green Arrow New 52 is pretty good.
Yeah?
That's true. That is true.
And it's been Percy.
Oh, no. Percy? Okay.
Yeah.
Smith, I think, is before that.
Have you read Batwoman?
Well, Smith did like the Quiver.
New 52 Batwoman.
But should I just do New 52 Batgirl?
No, Batwoman.
Batwoman? Okay.
Batwoman.
Maybe.
I will show you why. Here. Oh nope, that's issue 0. Oh, that's not right. First page of Batwoman.
Yeah, I like that. Sure.
I can't really tell.
Yeah, I can tell enough.
It's so good.
Yeah,
it's
good.
And it's, oh my god, it's just so excellent, especially the splash pages and everything like that. I will always have a very soft spot for New 52 Batwoman. It is excellent.
Well, I think I might finish.
If you need something, on DCU. Well, yeah, okay.
Can I finish Nailbiter?
Well, I thought you were specifically needing something on DC.
Yeah, I
do, but yeah.
Okay, then.
iPhones always change crap.
Always change crap. Yes, it does. It is the worst. It will not let you write something different.
Or Sam King just comes in with the normal chime up. Or you could read Hawkman.
Hey, no, why is he running and hiding? I'm on his side now. You don't run and hide anymore, Sam King, with your Hawkman suggestion. You did it enough where you got one of us. Now I'm on your side where I very much recommend Hawkman.
Nick, just stay on the dark side with me. If there's 26 issues out right now, there's at least 14.
There's got it exactly. It's a monthly, so you got to have at least a good chunk of it.
Looks like comic series. There's 2015. I think I saw a 2018. That's The Unexpected.
That's probably about when it started.
What's the name of the? It's not called Hawkman. When I typed in just like
Hawkeye.
Man, Hawkman 2018 through. That must be the newest one.
Yep.
There's see, it still says. Man, you see the DC is just sometimes. Here we go, 14 issues. Yeah, which isn't bad. It'd take me a little while to catch up.
That sounds almost exactly like somebody I know just said.
No.
I said there's probably, which you'd think actually I was gonna recorrect myself and say, well, there was the whole COVID thing, so maybe even 16, 17.
I could check it out. Maybe
Did we lose Todd?
Oh no.
Nah.
Little bit.
Yeah, I froze for a second. Cool. Actually, my camera switched over to USB mesh storage for a second.
Interesting.
I know, it's very weird. And then I'm just going to get my last one out of the way because I don't know how not to talk about Gunland when I read it. I can't fucking talk about this enough. It's so fucking good.
I've never heard you say anything about this. Can you explain it to me? Would you maybe be able to show me some art?
I could. Because I screenshotted something because guess what? My background on my iPad is now. It's the art from one of the panels.
Nice.
It's actually a splash art from it.
I was really hoping you just showed us the cover to issue 1.
I could.
Because I'm pretty sure I've asked you that question twice, and you've done the same thing twice.
No, but I did a screenshot of one because this was a whole splash panel.
That is pretty sweet.
And god damn it.
There you go.
And it's amazing. Like, look at the detail.
Is that a pterodactyl?
Yeah, I said on each time it's a sci-fi western dinosaur alternate reality time travel. It's so many genres mixed into one. So yes, it is a dinosaur flying. I don't know if it's actually a pterodactyl, but my god, it's so good. I can also hear myself. Do one of you have volume on or something? Or
no.
I don't.
No. I'm on thing.
That's weird. Okay, but it's so good. I love it. Gunland number 3 happened this week.
So what you're saying is it's a multiverse book, right?
Yes, Gunland.
I'm just referring to
the Power Rangers comment.
Which also I think Poser left a while ago to take care of kids, but
I think that I actually didn't say time travel in all the genres I threw out. There isn't time travel.
I think I heard time travel, but maybe I just assumed
I think I said parallel, alternate dimensions.
Hey Todd, can you roll it back for us?
Yeah, sure. If you go into youtube.com/
I don't think you can on a live.
Oh, well,
maybe
I have on mine. I go back in live streams all the time, but yeah, Gunland, please pick it up and enjoy it. It's incredible. Magnetic. They do the English translation for it. It's just Magnetic. I don't have or heard of them at all except for this one comic. It's by Capitan Artigilio originally, and then Mike Kennedy does the English translation. This is Gunland. Its old one was Kids with Guns, was what it was originally called. But now it's called Gunland for this, and it's through, and the translation, English translation, is through Magnetic.
Oh.
Highly recommend it. It's so good.
Okay.
It's dumb good. Cole will hate it because it is literally arbitrarily chopped off at the end of each issue. Because I'm pretty sure it was one big book, because it even has page numbers.
Oh, really?
It's like the first one of this one was like 110 or 111. It was on the bottom. They literally just like chopped up a big graphic novel and then put it in, and they are very arbitrary with where it ends because it is not satisfying. It is rough, but I love it enough that I do not care. But Cole would hate it.
I'll wait for all of them to come out.
There you go. Because I'm eating it up. It's maybe one of my favorite comics of the year. It's so good.
Okay. Nice.
So yeah, number 3 just came out.
Nice.
And I'm frozen, but I'm still here. My camera is just freaking out.
Oh, that's
nice.
nice.
I'm back.
And you're back.
Proud of you.
My mic can't do that, at least.
That's good.
I had the trade, and I was going to pull it out, but it was upstairs, and I realized that it was happening when it was like, we're going to go live in 2 seconds, and Todd wasn't back, and I was like, maybe I have to do this by myself. But apparently we hit a button, and I didn't get it, but I read the first 5 issues of The Wood.
It's definitely a plural. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And you hated it, correct?
Now that you're reading The Woods, I feel like I need to reread it because I've been the longest from reading it. I don't think Todd's finished it yet.
Nope. But I'm slowly going through it.
I don't remember her name, but it's like the redheaded girl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It like makes me really upset because I'm pretty sure this book came out beforehand, but like her character reminds me of KJ from Paper Girls.
I don't know which one came first.
Well, The Woods is 44 issues, right? Or something like that.
Episodes, yeah.
There's no dialogue in The Woods.
It is 10 volumes. It's like 60. It's 10 volumes.
Well, each volume is 4 issues.
Oh, you're right. So it's 40. Because they're longer issues.
I know that it took place on, fun fact, my mom's birthday, October 16th, 2013. But it started in May 2014.
We can use that as a trivia question.
Yeah. When's Cole's mom's birthday?
What is the date of Cole's mother's birthday?
Also, the release of The Woods.
And the release of The Woods issue.
Not the release of The Woods, the day that they go on into The Woods.
Oh, in the comic. Oh.
In the comic, yeah.
So specific.
It is.
Yeah, well, it just says on October 16th, 2013. It started in October.
Almost 8 years ago.
Yeah, October.
Your mom's only like 7 years old. How does that work?
Yeah.
Time travel.
That's some messed up stuff.
I'm loosely cable.
I'm loosely cable.
He's loose cable.
He's a loose. This man's a loose cable. We can't have him on the force anymore.
Yeah. So The Woods did come out before Paper Girls.
You know, things just don't really connect when Cole's around.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're so similar.
They're not that much, but it's just like girl with field hockey stick. That it's like that's how often you see that in comic books. Apparently twice.
Redhead female with field hockey stick.
Yeah, that old trope.
They're absolutely the same.
I mean,
that old trope. What are you gonna do?
It's a total ripoff.
And the only reason why it would have even occurred to me is that I've reread Volume 1 of Paper Girls.
Yeah, me too.
Me too. Recently, so strange.
Huh.
Tune in on some Thursday in the future, and maybe you'll figure it out.
We'll see. All right, so
we might be wearing these same shirts. Who knows?
It's quite possible.
I have a light bulb on mine.
Speaking of things that are inevitable and always happen, there we go.
Oh no!
Wow, not even a full hour.
I couldn't make it.
46 minutes.
Well, hey, Mr. Late Man.
Watch this though. This is what the future looks like.
I saw your guys' intro and outro. I will pee when I want.
We tried our best. You're needed, and we told you that.
I am aware. I'm just saying.
That's in all fairness, that's on Cole. So I guess I get intro next time Todd is gone.
Yeah,
and
it'll probably go worse.
And it'll happen 5 minutes after it's supposed to.
Yeah.
When it'll be perfect.
Me jumping in with like, and I'm Nick. Thanks for wrapping up with us. No, shit.
No, Cole already did the whole episode without you.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be back because I got to do that.
Oh,
what did everybody else?
Then there were two.
Did anyone else read anything? Because I think
look at my wall while I'm not here.
Whoa. What just happened?
I just put him in the spot like without it.
Oh, hold on. I almost didn't put the 7-Up in. What else? So the only other thing that one of the reasons I didn't read as much as I normally did was because I started rewatching Harley Quinn. Yeah. And I forgot how great that first season is. I have not seen the second season yet. And I wanted to rewatch the first before getting to the second again, because I started the second season and I was like, wait, what? So I'm going back and yeah, it's been fun.
I mean, I might be biased because I've seen it more recently, but I'm pretty sure that the second season is better than the first.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that because I love the first season. So I'm totally fine with it getting better, even better. I need to do time today, but I didn't read that correctly at first. With the picked up Volume 1 Philadelphia for $13. Sam, that is a deal. I have not bought it yet. I am seriously considering buying like digital copies or using a Hoopla credit every time I want to read it, because I really want to buy the Philadelphia hardcovers, and I can't afford to buy the single issues, the trades, and the hardcovers. So I think I'm gonna sit out on it. I might add it to like an in-stock trades order to get it super cheap, but it would be for the sole purpose of loaning it out to other people to get them to read it. So
I think I messed up my headphones, so now I couldn't hear you for a while.
Oh, we're talking about Philadelphia Volume 1 trade. Sam King just bought it. Sam, did you like it? I've only heard of like 2 people in the world that didn't absolutely love it. And Wes liked the second season of Harley better.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they do a lot bigger things in the.
That's cool. Like I said, I loved the first. So if it's in the same spirit as the first season, but even better, then I'm all for it. And I'm all for Philadelphia. It's fantastic. I read These Savage Shores issue 1, which is like another vampire book, and it's very good. I want to get the trade or maybe try to find the single issues, but some of them are getting a little pricey. Gold Gauntlet Comics, hello.
Oh,
I have something stuck in my throat. I'm sorry, I keep coughing, but
welcome.
Trying to take a drink to. I don't know what it could be if it's dusty down here. So, yeah, a lot of vampire stuff going on right now, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
hate it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not super vampire friendly. So there are definitely some things that I don't know.
Sam,
I don't like every vampire thing, but
no, me either. Sam, if you're on issue 2 and think it's great, then you're in for a treat, because I really think issue 3 of Philadelphia is kind of that meat hook where it just grabs a hold of you and won't let go. So you might want to read that like as soon as you can. Get 3 done, because that's where it really for me anyways. I read 1 and really liked it, and then read 2 and it was like, yeah, this is something that's gonna be good, and then I got 3 and it was like, yep, that's it. So
yeah, I know another big thing for me is that like that 3 had that one panel.
Yeah.
Just walking. That's probably one of my favorite ones from there.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. I think 3 and 6. 6 is probably one of my favorite issues of all time, I think, because of 1 through 5 leading up to it. And then 6, I think, is just the perfect thing. And then issue 3 would be the next best issue of Philadelphia for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think
for me, anyways, if I'm going to rank them, I might as well. I've talked enough about it at this point. 6, 3, 1, 5, 2. Why not? There you go.
I would probably say 4. I think that's the one that has the pretzel scene. So that's probably the worst in my opinion.
The worst, just because of that one panel.
1 page. Not even a page, a panel.
Also, did you notice my shirt?
Yeah, I did.
I made this shirt, and this is a picture of my dog. I have a one-eyed pit bull, Leela. And we got some screen printing stuff. So hint, hint, there might be some future merchandise. I have a few of these shirts that I need to sell for super cheap too. But yeah, we've had this stuff for like years in our basement and just haven't had the time to do it. And finally, last weekend we were like, let's clean these screens and get it done. Todd's back.
Our fearless leader is back.
And now we both leave.
Oh no. Yeah. What did I miss? Hi, Gold Gauntlet Comics. Hello.
I talked about Harley TV show because I'm rewatching season 1 before season 2 starts.
I'm worried about season 3.
Uh-oh. That's fine.
But why?
No, not anything specific. Season 2 is just such a high mark that I am very concerned about season 3 because it's just. And I'm like,
season 3 is happening. That's a thing for sure.
I'm pretty sure.
I can't imagine it wouldn't be after how good this season was. But
I'm worried that I segued into that
up with it
because Wes and I both said that 2 might be better than 1.
I agree because there's no. I mean, you don't have to deal with that setup. Season 1 was so much like. There's a lot of episodes of like getting the crew together and going around, and then season 2 just gets to be like, blah, like this is what's going on. And oh man, remember that one time that Harley in season 2 when It's really great.
I'm not going to remember any of this anyways.
Yeah, I mean,
this
the
is
only
total
thing
blackout right now.
Yeah, but that
there
stuff
is an
was,
ice vagina.
Nice. My favorite.
it's not. I mean, okay, yeah,
It's human anatomy.
yeah, it's yeah, it is a thing. But that doesn't help.
Well, this is sad news.
Oh,
Or news.
well then, cool. It's only great then. It's like the Ramones. You pack it up.
Is that
you just have something awesome.
Is that just like you don't think it's going to happen? Because I've heard a lot of people say like I don't think DC Universe is going to keep going, but why wouldn't they just put it on HBO Max and then do a season 3 on HBO Max?
Yeah,
I know Sci-Fi has the issues too. Episodes
every time.
What is Sam King 2 issues into?
Philadelphia.
Dude.
Yeah, and then I was like, get to 3.
Yeah.
And then
Get to 6. I don't know what you're talking about. Get to 6.
Yeah.
Then we ranked issues. I said 4 was the worst because of the pretzel.
You fucking asshole. God.
I mean, 4 would be pretty low on mine as well.
I don't even know how to rank the issues. 1 through 6 are just.
I said 6,
wonderful.
3, 1, 4, 2, or 5, 2, 4. I think
it's one story to me.
It is, but 6 was by far. I was just talking about how issue 6 was like one of my favorite comic books I've ever read. I
think 1 is.
Yeah, one is definitely great.
That first issue is just excellent.
It's hard to pick because they're all so good, and you feel like even putting number 6 on any of them is like a slight in some way, but it isn't because even the worst one is so good.
Yeah, that's why I got petty with
really
mine
is.
and gave it to the pretzel issue.
Got petty.
Richard Petty?
I do it how I do it.
Richard
no,
Petty?
Tom.
What did you do to Richard Petty? Okay. I was looking for something. I can't find it.
Did you check your butt?
That's all I did comic book wise this week, I think.
What's everyone else's favorite issue from the week?
Another thing I didn't talk about was I read issue 460 of Batman. It is a Catwoman story.
I read some more Grant Morrison Flash, and I really enjoyed that run. And then I did talk about being into the annual and now super giant issue or whatever, but it's fine. There was one that I would buy just from the colors. I don't remember. I'm trying to see if I can find which one it was. It had like Flash fighting somebody, and they were at like basically a Chuck E. Cheese, and it was just kind of ridiculous. But the colors, like he was the villain was like speed throwing balls from the ball pit at him. It was just, and there was one little meta moment where it was like, this is ridiculous kind of a thing, and it was fun.
That sounds fun.
I've been liking. I think I'm in like 1998 Flash area right now, and it's just it's a good time. I wish I was reading them in 1998. That would have been a cool thing. Where'd you go, Todd?
I feel like Todd has something he wants to show.
Maybe. Nah.
Show?
Whip it out.
All right. So I have something to give away.
I
I am going to do that now because
now?
Yeah, because I said I'm going to do it to randomly when we're just live, and I'm not going to do any preface because I like to reward people who are watching without any strongholds.
The check got $100. Oh,
I've got an extra copy of Dead End Kids, and I adore this book.
So good.
It's so good. That
was my first recommendation to Nick.
Yeah, it didn't. I don't want to say anything negative about it because it's not a negative thing. Like I felt like it was really good at first. I think it just kind of maintained really good. I don't know. It was great, and I loved issue 1 especially is one that I really liked.
So, since I'm just randomly giving away and I'm going to have very small parameters, I would like to, if anybody is interested in it, I want to hear your favorite
deepest secret.
I want to know your deepest, darkest secret that you've never even told your family.
Yeah.
Tell me your favorite number 1 that has come out in recent memory. And whichever one I like the most, I'm going to give the copy of Dead End Kids to.
Wow.
There you go.
You have
really
15 minutes.
You'd ask them to give their favorite 90s pop punk song.
Next time, Cole.
That might be a tiebreaker.
If I can't decide between two.
Tiebreaker.
Hey, Frank.
Deceased is so good.
It's so good.
So good. I loved Injustice. I've loved everything Tom Taylor has ever been a part of, but Deceased is probably my favorite. It's been so good. I'm in for everything on Deceased.
I'm assuming he's asking what this is. It's
Yes.
from Source Point Press, one of our local peoples. It's written by Frank Gogol. Art and color by Nenad Svidishikainen. Oh,
Wes, if you don't,
Sean Reinhardt. If you don't know what it is,
if you
and
don't
you're
know
not
what
aware,
it is,
you want this.
you want it.
Yeah,
If you don't know what it is, you want it. So you should.
It's so good.
You should join the live contest of saying what your favorite number 1 in recent memory is. That could be like 2 years old.
Yeah, it's recent memory. I don't know. It's
whenever
this
your favorite
form. I don't care.
your favorite number 1. Yeah, and
it's one of my favorot books from them, which is
might be
saying a lot because.
Can I join this?
Sure. Why not?
I would take a second copy of Dead End. I got one somewhere. I don't want to start. I
just have 2
piled up right now, but yeah. No,
I mean,
it's a great.
It's
one of the first times that Cole was like, "Nick, you should get this," and I think I jumped on it when issue 2 came out, maybe. So
I feel like it came out on a light week, and you asked if there was anything I should be checking out.
No, because I had to ask Comic Signal to order number 1 for me. They didn't have any. So I for sure did not get number 1 on release date. And I feel like it took longer than it should have to come in. And I got issue 1 and 2 very close together. And then either 3 came out immediately, because there's 4, right?
3.
There is 3. And then I feel like there was like a 1 month delay between 2 and 3 or something. I got 1 and 2 very, very close together. And then it took a long time for me to get number 3 for some reason. I don't know if they just forgot to order it for me or what it was, but that was how it worked out. But
and I know for a while there was a weird thing where Source Point Press went into Diamond, and you could only order their stuff out of Diamond. And now they also have their own distributing, so I think you can order directly from them.
I think that's like I said. I know that for me, time-wise, that's how it happened, is that I got 1, 2, and then way too much time, and then 3. So I should probably reread it, actually.
You're getting no response from this. I guess in, 2-3 minutes, I'll just put it up on Twitter?
We can. Yeah.
And then we'll go from there.
Could just bring it back to next week.
Yeah, it's true. We could just put it on Wednesday, because it's one of my favorite books. I have 2 of them. I want to give it to somebody because these 2 jabronis already have it.
Yeah, very good. I'm trying to think of what else I had. read.
I was going to start the second 2 issues of The Resistance, but then I read Power Ranger Slayer instead.
That's fair. I think The Resistance is better, but that's just...
I would probably agree after reading this.
Yeah, if you're not actually caught up on Power Rangers, I think it would be.
I think it was just one of those, this week's really slow. Let's try out this book. It's a number 1.
Yeah.
And if I could do it all over again, I probably wouldn't get it.
I probably wouldn't. Who knows?
You don't know because you haven't read it. I probably should have just read the new Comic Day issue.
Yeah, the free
saw
one.
If it seemed
good and then bought it if you liked it. That's fair. Probably why they did that. Well, no, I'm surprised if nobody wants to comment. It's now. Oh, recent history might be Immortal Hulk.
Nice.
I was gonna say that earlier. Somebody made was it Sam that made a joke about reading Hawkeye?
Yeah, Hawkman.
Oh, Hawkman. Oh, see, I was thinking Hawkeye, and in my head, I was thinking Hawkeye, and if I was gonna read another Marvel, I would probably read Immortal Hulk because I did read the first arc.
You don't read Immortal Hulk?
No. I've read the first arc 1 through 6.
So you're aware of what he's talking about.
And I did really like it, but I kind of want to reread it now that there's a whole lot more.
The first 3 to 4 to 5 arcs are pretty good, and then it's
ending soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll end with a bang.
And also, Al Ewing is getting a Boom book coming out soon, and it kind of reminded me, the picture-wise, of like Power Rangers.
So Voltron?
It's definitely... No, it was more the person on it that I saw looked kind of like Rita Repulsa.
Oh, neat. That's cool. I think I'll give it till 11:15. And if Sam's the only one, that's my easy choice for top number 1.
I'll send out a tweet, right?
Isn't Sam in Canada?
Yeah.
I will figure it out, Sam, if you're the winner.
You can still send to Canada. It's like slightly weird.
Yeah.
Like when I said to him,
figure it out.
It is called We Only Find Them When They're Dead.
That sounds like an image book.
It's Boom.
I said it sounds like an image book.
I know. Lawson Comics is showing up.
What's up? Hey, Lawson Comics. I don't know if you've read this, but I'm giving away Dead End Kids, the trade, because I love it and I have too. And it is incredible. It's from Source Point Press. If you haven't read it, you just have to put in your favorite number 1 in recent history. And I'm just judging who I like the most. And whoever's one is the one I like the most, I'm going to give this to. Because this was not planned necessarily. I just wanted to give it away because I have a couple.
Yep. And I just sent a tweet saying to jump in. So you did too. I'll retweet your tweet.
Apparently,
I was on the tweeter. Oh,
it eats what feeds it. Number 1.
All right.
Are we on? Are we on that frickin' top chat? Is that what's going on?
This is in Streamlab.
Yeah, so that's everything.
We have no excuse. Okay.
Nope. Nope, we don't.
I don't know if that's the answer to this.
Do you guys have a big delay? I have a lot of... I don't have very many big things, but a delay is not one of them.
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. I put Wes on ignore for a while.
That makes sense. Ooh, that Texas Blood number 1. That's a good choice, Austin. Which is interesting because if you go check out Lost in Comics channel, you might see some That Texas Blood content.
Is it fair for me? Because I think it's unfair that Lost in Comics has been able to talk to both
Frank
Barnes, Philadelphia, and That Texas Blood. So is it fair for me to ask them to like pick which their favorite was?
Ooh.
Lost in Comics, can you make a call? And there's 2 of you, so I guess you could split the vote if you really.
You can also just DM him on Twitter.
Nah, you got to put it publicly.
Yeah, we want a public record of who your favorite. Who your favorite?
What are the? So the choices are Philadelphia, That Texas Blood.
Yeah,
and Ryan Parrott.
Oh,
there's a Far Sector number 1.
Yeah,
I know that's the one that I was just like, oh, Frank, he may be looking at the background of what's around, which is,
no,
I mean, I don't say that's not smart.
There was this comment earlier.
Oh, hey Frank, I don't know if you noticed from the Yellow Scarecrow, Green Lanterns. I kind of like Green Lantern.
You have a Green Lantern tattoo? I did not know that.
Yes, you did.
I know. Really? I'm being a butt.
Get out of
yes,
here.
Yes, you did. Shut up.
Get out of here.
You're not fooling me.
Mine?
Oh, it's right in the middle. That's awkward. I don't like Green Lantern anymore.
No, you ruined it for me.
I'm gonna get this covered up with a Batman symbol.
Uh-oh. Sam's throwing in extra rules.
Yeah, Sam's like,
I appreciate the game. You know, that's a good strategy, really.
Game recognizes game.
Mm-hmm.
It's what Nick would do if he wants something from me.
Green Lantern, totally.
Yeah, totally. The Green Lantern.
Green and a lantern.
Green Lantern season 1, number 1. Black Stars, number 1. Green Lantern season 2, number 1.
This is the most Todd comment ever.
What is happening? Yeah, it is.
Oh man.
We need more Green Lantern. Hell yeah, we do.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Can facial rec? Oh.
No, your body.
There you go.
Is that a guy?
No, it's Hal.
It looks
showing up.
redheaded.
It is showing up very red. But look at the suit, man. Is he wearing a coat?
Hal. No,
is he wearing a jacket? That's a Hal Jordan outfit.
Look like a douche. No, he's fine.
All right, guys.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, there was no way. That was incredible. That interview was amazing.
It absolutely was. It absolutely was.
I mean,
Sam's picking issues of Philadelphia. The saying that one is better than the other doesn't mean that the other was bad. So it's good.
Sam's morality got in the way.
Sam, you need to keep reading, man. It's so good.
It's really good.
So good.
Yeah,
but I guess if it doesn't have you by now, if you're current and it doesn't have you by now, then by all means pull that parachute. I don't think it's gonna get any better.
Yep. If season 1 really didn't do it for you,
I would say though, listening to Jacob talk was very entertaining to me.
It is, Frank.
Especially
when they announce it's gonna be Kyle.
Frank, I like the cut of your jib.
Wouldn't it be great? Even if they said it was Guy.
If it was
anyone but Hal.
Anyone but Hal.
I love Hal. Hal is my Green Lantern just because it's that's every time you get Green Lantern, it's Hal. And so I'm just ready for something different.
I need to loan you my Green Lantern New Guardians. Oh no, you have DCU. Yeah, no, Green Lantern New Guardians is Kyle Rayner. It's a Kyle Rayner book.
Yeah,
it's awesome. It's
and even the most recent Green Lantern was Jessica and Simon.
Yeah, but I haven't read those. I'm talking about stuff outside of comics.
Yeah, no, it's
you get a Green Lantern outside of comics, it's Hal.
That one time? Because John Stewart's in the cartoons a lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe I just don't.
John Stewart is Justice League, the animated series. John Stewart is the Green Lantern.
Oh, okay.
Which is awesome. I love me some John Stewart. Idris Elba, that's my fantasy. Like, get him before he's too old, please. Just make him John Stewart before it's too late. Because right now he's getting real close where it's just like you'd have to be like veteran John Stewart at this point.
Yeah.
It can't be like him discovering the ring now. He's got to be like in the core for like 20 years at this point.
Yeah. He needs like a backstory where they like digitally de-age him for like a flashback.
They need to Jeff Bridges him.
Yeah, like his origin is told in the span of like 6 minutes, and it's a flashback where they spent
they actually use Charles Minor from The Office to mocap for it. You did this talk. It wasn't very long because both Nick and I haven't checked it out yet.
I can recap you on what I said. I didn't read the synopsis. It was different than I thought, and it was much better than I thought.
There it is.
Yes. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. If you didn't like up to season 2, pull the parachute, you're out. But that 80th anniversary issue of Green Lantern was solid. That was one of the best Green Lantern books in a while.
I still think I was pretty soft on Green Lantern until season 2, issue 3. That was the issue that really hooked me. But I guess if you hated it, then because I thought about dropping it until 2-3, even through Black Stars, I was thinking of dropping the book myself. But 2-3 changed my mind about the whole thing.
I just figure it's Morrison. Give it all 12 issues. Probably gonna be worth it.
Yeah. Sure. So we've got because Flash Ray is back, and he wasn't really. I'm giving away Dead End Kids. I need your favorite number 1 in recent history, and I'm judging. And then you can get it. It's from Source Point Press, and it's fantastic. It's one of the 3 of ours. We don't always agree on everything because we're a trio. So like things. This is one that we all highly recommend. It is fantastic.
And it's only 3 issues, so if you love it, there's only 2 more books to hunt down.
Yep.
It's not like a huge commitment or anything. It's a great book, and it's free.
This is also the trade.
You win it. Don't crack the spine, or Wes won't want it anymore.
Crack it so hard.
What's fun is it's still fresh. This is a brand new one.
Wes will be like, never mind.
This happened. So
I'm out. I don't even want it anymore.
I don't want your favorite.
Somebody else.
Favorite recent number 1 of any book? Yes.
And it's
recent number 1. Your favorite recent number 1 within
a
few
years.
It's
a 5-year-old book. That's still fine.
That's fine.
Sure.
I don't care.
We don't have very good rules.
Except I'm not picking.
We're
got just 3 dudes in their basement.
Yeah, man. So we've got It Eats What Feeds, which is unfortunate. Wes, I like Wes enough where I'm going to give him a second go. I have not read that, so you have no shot there.
Poser is eventually going to send me a copy of it. So when that happens,
I really wanted to read that book, and same thing. It was
I really want to read it too, but I don't have it.
We didn't get it in our previews, and it just
Yeah,
and I didn't see it coming. And
so Wes, if you want to give it another go, hit it up. We've got Immortal Hulk from Sam.
Suicide Squad, most recent run.
Oh,
that would be Tom Taylor's, I believe.
I had oh my god, I cannot explain how much I hated Suicide Squad in New 52 because of what they did to Harley, because she got dumb sexualized. Like, it took a 180, and New 52 fucked up Harley Quinn so bad, and Suicide Squad was like a thing. This new run of Suicide Squad is incredibly solid. So definitely,
it is absolutely rigged. Absolutely.
He literally told you.
I said it was. And I gave you another shot.
He was upfront about it from the start. I'm gonna pick my favorite. It's a favorite contest, and you did get a second. You set a second.
And I'm giving you another shot because there's no chance.
But you better hurry, because he's also gone. It's also 5 minutes past when Todd said the time would be done.
It is, but we got some new people, so I wanted to give it a little bit of time.
Still need to. I also need to read Tom Taylor's Suicide Squad, but I've been hearing amazing things.
It's great.
Yeah.
That's okay for this contest. But I hear you.
It's okay to be behind on stuff. That's why we try not to spoil.
I'm behind on stuff all the time. Yeah, and that's why we're reviewing. Like, we just 4 kids walking to a bank was one of our recent reviews, because comics happen to you naturally. They don't always happen in real time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give it. Wes, you have another minute.
It'd be really funny if you played a video real quick, just to see how it turns out.
Oh yeah. Okay, they do have new video things in here. If you want me to do that, I'll.
And we'll do a countdown. 5, 4. 2, 2, 2, 2. Hey, I heard it this time.
Neat.
I don't have a spoiler.
Finger guns number 1.
Oh.
Finger guns number 1. Wow. That's a good number 1. That's a good number 1. It's a good number 1 pick. I like that.
Frank! You're vibing with me on Green Lantern. You are literally, I have been talking about
all the buttons.
He is. Did you go back in all of our live streams and be like, this is all the stuff Todd wants to hear?
Did we just become best friends?
Did we just become best friends? Because, dear God, I have been preaching how my 12.9 iPad Pro is why I am falling in love with digital now. And I have a lot of digital stuff. Oh my God. Frank, I like you. You're a good guy, I can tell. Also, your thumbnail is like my favorite thing. It's also your thumbnail. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's great. I can't appreciate more. 11/22.
Man, I definitely moved this book, and the scent from it sifted over here.
All right, so 11/23. 11/22 is now over. It's 11/23. I have to now pick. Oh my God, Finger Guns.
Finger Guns number 1
from Wes. We've got Far Sector number 1 from Frank. We've got Suicide Squad number 1 from Andrew Flash Ray. We've got Immortal Hulk number 1 from Sam King. And we also have That Texas Blood from Chris or Oscar. And then we also have It Eats What Feeds It, also from Wes.
Well, but that's out. That's out.
That's an easy out.
That's an easy out. He doesn't get 2 picks. So.
Hey, make 7.
Those are really solid choices.
7-Up, send us money.
So.
And hams.
I'm going to leave everyone in suspense. I have to pee again.
Come on. Seriously?
Who invites this guy?
I know, right?
Also, at one point, Wes said he's a diabetic, and you pee more than him, and he thinks you should get that checked out.
No, what's funny is I come from a long line of type 2 diabetics, so I have my blood glucose blood work done once a year. And I am not even pre-diabetic. I'm very serious about it, actually. Diabetes is no fucking joke. I drink like 4 of these a day, and then once I come on here and I start drinking beer, It's so much liquid. I drink around a gallon a day. So
I'm gonna pee.
I'm very serious about hydration. I'm in the pee clear club. So
I'm not sure what this means.
it reads what it's sent. It eats what it feeds reference.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, I will come back and I will unveil the winner. Not because I'm stalling, because it's totally an obvious decision. Yeah, it's totally an easy decision that I totally know already, but I'm going to just drama.
Sim. Oh, you left. We'll bring it back later.
What was everyone's favorite number 2s? And then we're going to pick that after Todd goes poop.
Also, look at this cup. This was from when I saw The Dark
Knight. That's the one where the straw goes in, and it's kind of suggestive. Right here. Yeah.
I got
this. Super suggestive. You gotta like you gotta really like Batman to drink.
I went to the Dark Knight midnight release.
Yeah, me too.
And got that cup.
IMAX.
Like, I guess I'll.
Did you go to IMAX?
I don't think so.
You'd remember if you did. I've met people over the years that were like in the same theater as me for the Dark Knight IMAX showing, and it's always fun. So I was hoping that was, but
this is super unrelated to that. But I asked my brother. I was talking to him about blue light glasses, which you're currently wearing.
I am. I like to wear them just like when I start getting that headache. Yeah. I just put these on, and like it's like
I don't think I get the headaches you get, but my eyes just feel super dry.
Yeah, no, I don't get headaches. My eyes get super dry, and they and it's just like they get all red, and it's just like scratchy and stuff. But I don't really get. Sometimes I guess I get a little bit of a headache, but just when they get dry, I just put this on. Even when I'm not like on a computer and stuff, sometimes I'll put these on to drive home from work when the sun is just bright, and it's just easier. I don't know. It just feels better in my head.
I can't.
I love them. I'm gonna buy a couple more pair.
I can't wear them all the time.
I don't like these.
And I compared them to wearing 3D glasses, like slightly different but similar. And I asked my brother if he's seen a 3D movie, and he said he didn't think so.
Really?
Which seems weird.
I don't think it makes me see anything really any different. Mine are really cheap, so they might not be like a super heavy filter.
Mine does this.
Oh,
like,
no,
I
don't
see out as much. But yours are like all clear.
Mine are all big. I don't like how they look on
mine. Mine are
face.
like slightly stylish.
They're all mine are all like huge. Dark Knight, Death Metal 2. Really? That was your favorite number 2? I mean, not that it was bad. I don't think it was bad.
There was a cool hug scene.
Yeah. I might have liked. I don't know what. I might have liked Adventure Man number 2 more. That might be a bigger number 2. I might have liked Alienated number 2. Was really good. I'm trying to think of some other.
I feel the opposite.
Oh, really? I think
3 is when it's like
3 was great. Definitely awesome.
I thought 2 went down, and then 3 was like, just kidding, this is great.
Okay.
I mean,
that's fine.
It's not great, but like you know what I'm saying.
Flash forward number 2.
What?
Yeah. Oh, I said what?
Nick asked what your favorite number 2s were.
And then I said you were going to go poop and pick another winner.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That is the quickest pee break you've ever taken.
Because I wasn't distracted by a 5-year-old this time. That's usually what happens during my pee breaks is I get waylaid by a 5-year-old. But she's up and we created a fort in her room.
Nice. That Texas Blood number 2.
Wow, he's consistent, which I assume I'm assuming it's Chris, because Chris is usually the one that's on.
Chris, that Texas Blood number 2 or Philadelphia number 2?
All right, so
I will pick that Texas Blood.
Do people want to know the winner?
As well. Nah.
Okay.
Oh, Poser just showed up.
Nah. Poser. Should we let Poser join? Or is it too late?
I love Poser. Okay, Poser. You had kids. I'm going to be sympathetic.
You have 1 minute.
You have 1 minute. Your most recent number one. This is very freeform, and it's not like it was advertised. Hi, Chris. I'm giving away Dead End Kids trade.
You have it.
If you
Trade.
it's a trade. That's
Issue
what I've been
one.
saying. No, it's the trade.
Oh, it's the trade?
That's what I keep saying when you were like, there's only two. I'm like, no, it's the trade.
Oh. Well, yeah, I'm dumb. I thought it was just issue one. So you don't
No,
have to
it's
do
the
it.
trade. My issue one is the really expensive fancy one from Comic-Con. That one's not getting given away. Sorry, guys.
No? Fine.
But the most recent number one, or your favorite number one in recent memory, I am arbitrarily giving to my favorite. So you have a minute to just which I have a 60-second countdown. So you have 60 seconds to comment.
If you want it, or just comment if you already have it.
Or just say fold.
Yeah.
Fold.
So 60 seconds is on the clock.
Oh, I thought you had a time. Never mind.
It's not making a noise.
I loved that show as a kid.
Jeopardy?
No, Salute Your Short. But also Cry Jeopardy. My dad really liked it. We watched it a lot together.
Has it been a minute?
I don't think so.
No.
Running out of time. I'm going to sleep so good tonight.
I'm proud of you.
I'm just going to... Out. Are we still going to record after this?
I don't think I can hear Todd.
No.
You can't hear me?
Oh,
I can.
it looked like you were lipping, like saying so.
Oh. Did you hear hell yeah?
No.
No.
Oh.
Was that to me saying
That
are we
was
gonna
the- No, it's the 60 seconds that happened.
Oh.
Dang it.
Well, I guess he didn't put an answer.
It was
I'm
at
not
this moment
the
he
answer, so...
fucked up.
I heard that, sort of.
Damn it. All right. I guess
That's why
Poser
I
is
turned to
not
a
in.
life of crime.
I know there's a
Poser
little bit of a delay, so I want to give like a few seconds.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Oh, favorite number one in recent memory, Finger Guns number one. Somebody already said that.
Wes and him. That's fine. I have 2 copies technically, but it at least makes it easy because I narrowed it down to Far Sector and That Texas Blood number one. And all right, Frank, if you could private message us or whatever, I am still going to send you something because my defining factor was the fact that Texas Blood is right up there with another Green Lantern one, and for that to be the like same for being like in the range gives that Texas Blood that edge, because Green Lantern is like kind of an easy choice for me to pick, and the fact that I had something else there that was like making me think that like it's right there, I got to go with that Texas Blood number one. So, Chris, congratulations on your Dead End Kids trade that will be coming your way. Your chat is messed up. No!
I don't know how.
No, I think it's just because of the delay.
Oh. Yeah, which is why I waited a little bit. But,
yeah,
Frank,
no,
we
still
still want your information because I will send you something.
Well, some.
We'll send something.
I can give you Chris's address later.
Perfect. Sorry.
No, just say it out loud right now.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Let's all write it down.
So congratulations, Lost in Comics, Chris. Chris,
Yay! You did it.
I think we're seeing posts way before you are. It's possible.
Yeah, because we're probably seeing it on like a 8-second delay or something.
Our Twitter is right there at the Comic Burrito. If you see the background, It's right there. Yeah, Nick's poking.
And then in like 2 days, remind me that you sent me a direct message. And I'll be sure to forward that to Todd. No, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good with DMs. So if you DM that, then I'll get your information over to Todd, and we'll get that sent out.
Good picks, everybody. That was fantastic.
That's fun.
I posted the link to the Twitter too.
Cool. So there you go.
There you go. The Comic Burrito, a podcast.
That's us.
And I'm Nick.
And I'm Cole.
I'm Todd. We did it backwards, dear God. Everything's weird. Us wrapped. You think. Oh, I'm froze?
Again, yeah.
Why
my camera's pissed.
Word trick.
Exactly. SeaWorld.
SeaWorld.
I don't know if you're talking about you're seeing the world or if you want to see world.
I would like to go to SeaWorld.
I don't.
I've been to
saw
SeaWorld.
A documentary. It's terrible.
Pretty terrible. I like zoos. I do not like SeaWorld.
And I like open zoos.
Sure.
Or rescue zoos. Ones that
which is most zoos.
It's most zoos.
I shouldn't say I like all zoos, but I like most zoos, zoos, which have animals that would not be living in the wild otherwise.
Yep. Because yeah. But yeah, no, we probably should be getting going. We're planning on recording after this. We'll see. It's kind of late.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for everything. I'll get this out to Chris from Lost in Comics for his Texas Blood thing, which seems like he's given his recent review. I wonder if Philadelphia #1 would have been his favorite a couple weeks ago. But you should go check Lost in Comics interview with Condon and
Jacob Phillips.
Thank you. Over on there and Boobs. Boobs. That's my favorite #1. You guys missed it though. What are you gonna do? It's my favorite #1 and #2. Because they come in pairs. Okay.
Nice.
So thanks for joining us. Thanks for entering my weird contest. And thanks for getting wrapped up with us. This is what do I do?
Oh, you got it right too.
It's not so easy.
You gave me the yip because now I'm remembering your guys' Wednesday, and I'm like gonna fuck this up.
So
whatever. Thanks for getting wrapped up with us. I'm Todd.
I'm Cole.
And I'm Nick.
And this was a Comic Burrito, a podcast. A live stream.
Yeah, thank you.
This
is Comic Burrito, Comic Podcast Burrito Books.
Live stream.
A stream live.
No dumping.
So much of this in post, guys.
Yeah. So thanks for getting wrapped up with us. Have a good night. It's going to be great.
Good night.
Night, boys. Night, girls. Night, everybody.
Remember, an open zoo is just called The Woods.
The Woods by James Tynion.
Tiny Onion.
Tynion the Ivy. Tynion the Ivy.
I'm Todd. Bye.
Cole, bye.